Hey guys, so it's been a while since I posted, like a really long time. Just a little update on my life. So my husband and I were no longer together. We are currently in the middle of getting a dissolution right now. It was tough, to say the least. It was literally the toughest part of my life. After being together for almost 6.5 years, it was really, really tough. Being married for 4, together for 6, the whole shebang. But, so I moved back in with my parents late September. It was literally the same day he told me he filed for dissolution. And to be honest, I only cried for like 3 days and then I was over it. I finally realized all of the bullshit he has put me through. And it's been a roller coaster, let me tell ya. I got a job again, and I'm planning on keeping this job. I did total my brand new car last year. It was around the end of November, so practically the end of this month when I totaled my car. I only had that car for a month, and then I got into an accident, and then ended up totaling my car. I wasn't too happy about that because I was without a car for almost a year. And then just at the end of last month, it'll be a month in a couple days since I got a new car. And it wouldn't have been possible without my dad. Like, my dad has been pushing me to look for vehicles because only 3 vehicles is enough for us. Now, two vehicles was definitely not enough. Especially if I needed to go somewhere, my dad needed to go somewhere, and my mom needed to go somewhere. It just wouldn't work. And it seemed to work out in our favor. My dad's currently paying on the car. I start paying him excuse me. I start paying him on December 7th. So here pretty soon, once I get my first paycheck. Because I started a new job here at FedEx here in Etna, Ohio. It's about 35 minutes away from my house. I mean, yes, this whole dissolution thing has thrown me off. It really has. But I realized how much better off I am without him. Because with all of the mental abuse he put me through, all of it. And I'm not dealing with that anymore. And I mean, he still talks to me here and there, but it's regarding either if I still have items at the old apartment or about a court date. And it's been almost 2 months, maybe even that, 2 months since he filed for a dissolution. So I haven't heard anything. What bugs me the most is he did file, yes, but I was about to file myself. Because I found out not once, not twice, not even 3 times, about 4 or 5 times that I find out that he's trying to cheat on me. Because I was at my old job one day and I saw that he joined Snapchat with practically an anonymous Snapchat and whatnot, like a secret Snapchat. I found out about it, and I did confront him about it. I'm like, did you do this, or is this just a fluke? And he initially denied it. He initially fucking denied it. Not anymore. And then after about 2 or 3 weeks after I found out, he finally came out to me, told me absolutely everything. He told me absolutely everything. He told me he's made Snapchats, Tinder, Hinge, all of that stupid app shit. And I'm like, well, I can work past that. We can make it work. But what the kicker was when he said, I don't think I can change. I'm like, I can help you through that. And then he started flirting with a female coworker of his, and that really fucking pissed me off. Because of the fact, he flirted with her hard. I mean, absolutely fucking hard. And she's like 29, right around there. He's 24. Like, dude, how could you ghost for someone older than you? I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not against age gap relationships. I just think it's weird when a female is older than the male. I just think it's weird, personally. That's just a personal opinion. Don't get mad at me. But, he hung out with her one day. This was literally like a week before he told me he wanted a dissolution. He hung out with this girl for like 4 hours that day. And, practically, he told me, like, before he left, he told me that he was going out. And I'm like, going out? Where? Like, with a coworker of mine? And I'm like, it's a female, isn't it? And he's like, yes. And that's when I got skeptical. Like, I said, okay, that's fine. Go have fun, blah, blah, blah. But in the meantime, like, literally after he left, I started having a panic attack. I'm like, what the fuck am I letting him do? Because he went with her to Reynoldsburg to go look at scrubs. Big deal. Big fucking deal. Because of the fact that he's told me that he needed scrubs, like, about a few days prior. And I should have been the one to go with him because I was his wife. And he didn't. And he took her to Reynoldsburg. It's like 35 minutes from Lancaster. And then he said that this is just what he told me. He told me that he spent like an hour there and then went back to Lancaster. And I'm like, then where were you the extra 2.5 hours that you were gone? I'm pretty damn sure he was at her house. She lives like not even 3 minutes away from the apartment that I used to live in, because he still lives in that apartment. And after that, he was gone for 4 hours, and then he got mad at me. Apparently, I blew up his phone too much. I'm like, excuse me for being concerned, you know? And as soon as I saw the messages between them, I decided to message her. But I played it off like it was nothing. Tried to make a conversation with her and everything else. Tried to make it seem like I didn't know a thing. That clearly did not work because she lied to me about where she's from, what she does, and if she has a boyfriend, fiance, husband, whatever. And I practically asked her, what did she do? And she said, oh, I'm a single mom. I'm a single stay-at-home mom. I'm like, okay. That's lie number one. And then I asked her if she works anywhere, which is along with what she does for work. That was a real big one for me. That was like a freaking big red flag for me. And then I asked her, I said, where are you from? Like, where do you practically reside? And she said, oh, I live in Columbus. That was lie number 2. She lives in Lancaster, just like my ex and I do. And so that was lie number 2. And then I asked her if she's single, taken, whatnot. She said, oh, I'm taken. I have a husband. That's lie number 3. That's lie number fucking 3. It said on her profile that she's single. Now, I was on her profile the other day. And on her story, she has a boyfriend. She has a boyfriend. So, I mean, it came too late. It was too late to save my marriage at this point. And then after the conversations, after I sent her a picture of me in Austin and let her know that I'm his wife, she screenshots everything and sends it to him. And she said to him, oh, your wife is texting me. And he's like, I know, I told you she's a little psycho. That shit really fucking pissed me off. It fucking triggered my anger. Because I knew I had some sort of suspicion that he was trying to cheat on me again. I'm not tolerating lies anymore. And with all of the lies that he pulled on me in the last year alone, ever since the first time I caught him trying to cheat on me, yeah. My trust in him was damaged from the get-go. And so after he's called me a psycho, he practically said, "Oh, I'll take care of it." And I think that's that running through my head. I'm like, "Oh shit, he's gonna divorce me." So I knew it was coming. I mean, I didn't expect it to be so soon, but it just came out of the blue. And that motherfucker beat me to it. I was actually looking at divorce lawyers that same fucking day he went out with that girl. I was pissed. Not only was I pissed, I was upset. I was hurt. I'm still hurt now. And it's been almost 2 months since I left. If anything, he should have been the one that left. Be like, you give me the apartment. It should have been mine. Because you're the one who was bringing random bitches in the house, most likely. He probably did the same thing when we were living in on fucking Sheridan Drive. I'm not stupid. Knowing us women, we know. We always know. And that just really, really frustrated me. And he finally decided to end it. He decided to end it. I mean, yes, I was sad. I cried for a while. And I told my best friend about it. And she's like, it's about damn time. 4 years too late. 6 years too late. I'm like, I know. But I was blind. I was blind in love. And I just couldn't see the shit that my parents were seeing, my friends were seeing. I didn't see any of that until it was too late. And now, with being separated for 2 months now, I'm happier than ever. I really am. I've never felt so free. It was like the most free I've felt in years. And I'm only 23. And I'm already getting divorced. Oh well. I'm happier now. And I'm free. I'm finally able to do the things that I wasn't able to do when I was still married. Because he didn't want me to get any more tattoos. He didn't want me to get any more piercings. I'm like, it's my body. Let me do what I want. But on that side note, I think it was a blessing in disguise. Definitely. And I'm not vouching for him anymore. When my parents talked about him, I straight up said, don't talk about my husband while I'm around. I don't care what the fuck you guys do when I'm not around, but when I'm around, you do not talk about him. But now that we're done and practically out of each other's lives now, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a flying fuck. I know that's terrible of me to say about a person, but he done me so fucking wrong. Because I'm the one who tried so fucking hard to keep this marriage together. And what does he do? He goes to try to fuck around. Which, honestly, I'm shocked that he actually did pull the dissolution on me. I'm really shocked. But after, like I said, after day 3, I practically stopped crying. And I said, you know what? He's not worth crying over. He's not worth my tears. And now, 2 months later, I'm finally finding myself again. After all this time. I'm finally becoming the person that I want myself to be. I've lost quite a bit of weight since I left. Because I don't eat as much as I used to. And now I have a boyfriend. I gave it a couple months or so to finally figure out what I want. And this guy that I'm currently talking to, we're not official yet, but we're just talking. Like, we act like we're a couple, but in reality, we're not official yet. And we won't become official until after my divorce is final. Which could be between now and probably like January or February. Because we're supposed to have our court date in between the 30 to 90 days that the dissolution was filed. And I have heard nothing. I've heard nothing. I don't know about him. I think he's just trying to put it off. I think. That's just me. But I should have known better. I really should have known better out of all people. Because of how my parents raised me. They raised me better than that. Than what I was doing. But like I said, I was just so blind in love that I just couldn't think straight. I wasn't thinking. But now, I can care less about my ex. I can care less. I'm happier. I'm stronger than what I used to be. Because I pretty much practically let him just push me around practically. And my parents were definitely not okay with that, letting that slide. And he still owes my parents money they owe him. They are owed $1,400 from my ex. Because he promised my parents, because this is when we first moved into our own apartment. He promised that he would pay my parents back. He hasn't done that at all. And then not long after we got into our apartment, he got fired from his really nice state job. So that was a kicker. And I was the only one working. But I wasn't working much. I couldn't pay it. I couldn't pay the rent. I couldn't do any of that. And now I have a job that is a factory job, and it's fucking difficult because I just had my first day yesterday. But in the same sense, I need the money. I need the money to pay my dad off for my car and then get my own place. Because I'm planning on getting my own place again once my divorce is final, once the car is paid off, and once all of my debts are paid off. And then I'm good to go. But like I said, I am happier. I'm happier now than I've ever been in years. I mean, he told me straight up, he said, if I just had gotten Skylar beforehand, before we got together, then I wouldn't have I would have broken up with you a long time ago. Like, thanks, bud. Really fucking appreciate that. And now, like I said, I'm back at my parents'. I have my cat. I brought her because I'm the one that adopted her, not him. I practically took her in when she was 9 weeks old. So she was just an itty bitty kitten. And now she's fucking huge. She weighs about 7 to 8 pounds now, and she's practically the light of my life. Ever since she was a kitten, she was crazy. She's crazy, rambunctious. But I wouldn't change that about her. And then I got her fixed, and she was calm for a few days, but then after that, she was like, okay, I'm going back to my old rambunctious self. And she is. She's absolutely fucking nuts. But I absolutely love her. And as of lately, she's been following me around the house. That's for sure. She's practically where I'm at, she has to be. Like, if I'm in my room and my door is closed and she's not in there, she'll literally put her paw, like, underneath the door and go scratch at it like that. And, I mean, it's cute to a point, but then it gets annoying afterwards. So, practically, my life is finally going back to where it was before I met him. And I couldn't be happier. I got a boyfriend. I got my cat. I got my family. I got my friends. Nothing else is perfect now. It's just beyond what I expected my life to go as a 23-year-old. Because I've seen a lot of people I went to school with getting married. Like, well, I got married in 2019, but I'm getting divorced in 2023. But in the same sense, I'm glad it happened. I wouldn't be where I am at now if it wasn't for that. Because I now know how strong I can be. I'm one of the strongest people you'll ever meet. I'm one of the sweetest people you'll ever meet. But if you cross me, it's game over. So, I'll be spending Thanksgiving this week with my family, and my boyfriend will be there. And then I'll be going over with him to his dad's for a second Thanksgiving. So, practically my life is getting back together. And, like I said, I'm super happy. I'm happy with the life I have now. I'm stronger now because of the pain. And that's all it will ever be. With that being said, I'm going to cut it off here. And I'll try to update as much as I can. Because knowing YouTube, it's kind of being stupid. So, I can only upload my videos if it's already uploaded on my phone. Which is kind of stupid, but it is what it is. I will try to update as much as I can, and I'll get to it soon. Thanks, guys.